artisans and art fans. My name is Bethel, and I have always wanted to be an artist, an author, and I've just been wondering lately if 2025 is my year to make it as a full-time artist, author, and YouTuber. Of course, everyone's definition of making it is very different, and as well as their definition of what makes a full-time, what's success, so on and so forth. But if you have interest in this kind of journey, because you want to take it yourself or you just want to watch it unfold, you're more than welcome to join me. I'm going to be very honest and as transparent as possible about what I already have going for me. I was able to achieve my dream of becoming an author in 2020, for example, when I indie published my book, my poetry book called Conversations with Good Men. I'll do a video on that because it's worth going over, and if you have any questions or want to learn more about the publishing process, why I chose indie, so on and so forth, just pop those questions in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. There's other things that I have in the works as well, but I really am financially starting from zero for this aspect of my business. So what that means is, like, I do have a full-time job that, you know, puts food on the table, takes care of my medical bills, and all my other bills. But I am in the negatives for this, for negative numbers for this aspect of my business, the art and the books. So what does that mean? That means that I'm selling a few books here and there, but it's not paid out what I spent to produce the book. And I have not sold enough art to cover like supplies, anything like that, website, anything. So right now we're at about a negative, I think, 700 on this business, and I really want to flip it. Right now my job that which is also, I work for myself with that, I'm a professional organizer, and that's about, like, you know, 95% of my income, and I would like to flip it. I would like to flip it the other way, where I organize for people, but it is not my bread and butter to organize. I would like the art to become my bread and butter. And some people think that's a lot of pressure to put on your art. I don't think so. For me, it's not. I've always been very driven, very aspirational, and I like the challenge of it. And for me to be able to create every day, that is the purpose of doing it full time, and that is my definition of success. And making it is that that it becomes my main source of income, so that then I am spending, that just automatically means I'm spending more time doing that. And obviously some things will be less hands-on, things that can be like print on demand, merchandise, those kinds of things, and other things like the art that I will be hand making are obviously going to be more time and labor intensive. So that's kind of the way I see it. I'm going to do some videos on the things that I already have going for me. I do have some things that aren't going for me, such as chronic illness and things like that. I'm not going to dwell too much on those things, but I will be realistic when I give my updates. My goal is to post one video a week on this aspect, the journey. And then, because I am interested in monetizing my channel rapidly, and I've been watching how other people have done that, I'm also going to post another video every week, which will be more of like an art process video, or video like of either me reading poetry because I'm a poet, or it will be like, you know, my favorite surfaces. There's a fancy word and it always blink on it, but it'll come to me at like 2 a.m. So yeah, that's what my plan is to upload 2 videos a week, one about my journey, one more of a process, just fun to watch kind of video. And yeah, and then I'm going to do quarterly check-ins as far as the numbers and stuff like that, so that you guys can get an idea. I gotta say, I'm probably not going to get too techie with the camera stuff, but I can get a microphone if that seems like it would be beneficial. And I've got a tripod. That's probably about as techie as I get. So on the numbers, I'm not going to give like personal expenses, numbers for personal expenses or anything like that, but I can give it for the art. So I can say how much, you know, I'm spending in art supplies, how much it cost me to produce book number 2, things like that. And then I can tell you kind of percentage wise, how much of that I'm able to start getting out of the art and the merchandise and the other things related to the book and my art. Prints, if I decide to do them, how much of, you know, income from that, you know, is able to cover the other, like whether or not I'm still dipping into my personal funds to cover these art expenses, or if I'm starting to kind of turn the tide on that and turn a profit. So hopefully that will be helpful. And yeah, I'll do those quarterly. Anyways, lest I ramble on, I appreciate you watching, and let me know if there's a particular aspect of the journey that you're interested in more than another. And, you know, Happy New Year.